Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is Holy Joe Rock and Roll coming at you live and unscripted. And this is a test of a new system, a new laptop. Hang on, a new workflow. See how this is going to work. Hang on, I'm just getting myself in position to go live. In 3, 2. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Holy Joe Rock and Roll. Hope I'm coming through loud and clear, live and clear, whatever. Yeah, it's looking okay. Lighting is kind of okay, maybe not great. White background, Arctic background. Try to get a good angle here. You know what? I had a couple of stories in the news that I wanted to discuss, and I can't find them now. I did actually close the browser accidentally and lost the stories. Really, God, man, I don't know where you guys are. I know most of people watching are either from the United States or from Poland. So, yeah, I think Poland subscribers from Poland actually now exceeds subscribers from the United States, but also we have people watching from the UK, from Germany, and from many other countries. I just wanted to say hello. I'm still here. I'm engaged currently in some new activities, which is really taking a lot of time. And when I come home, I'm exhausted, so I don't really have, until I get used to this new schedule, I'm not sure exactly what my schedule will be in terms of broadcasting, but it may be possible to sneak in a few little short videos here and there during my other activities. We shall see. We shall see. All right. So just want to let you know I'm still alive. Everything's good. Poland is freaking awesome. But don't come here unless you qualify for 2 out of the 3. You're white, European, Christian. If you have 2 of those 3, you should come here. If you don't even bother, man. Don't even bother. One thing I just wanted to say, okay, that just came to me is Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson has been obviously released from jail. I just saw the 2-hour unedited interview that he did with, I can't even, Edgar Levon, whatever, the president owner of, I forgot the media company, but it was really very interesting. Maybe not a lot of new information, except with regards to the letters that he was writing to his wife and children, but certainly a lot of information in one video describing Tommy Robinson's ordeal. Now, obviously, Tommy Robinson is not his real name, but during that video, he does reveal his real name. And other people have indicated, Esler Levant, I think his name is, from the Rebel TV, Rebel Media. That's what I was thinking of. Now, not hating on anybody, but is Tommy Robinson Jewish? Is he part Jewish? I'm just asking the question because his name, let's just put it that way, his real name appears to be, could be, I don't know, could be, has the possibility of being Jewish. Now, that's not, doesn't take away from his activities in terms of trying to save the UK, the United Kingdom, from the Muslim grooming gangs and all of the crime that has happened in that country related to that, and his own personal persecution that he's gone through, trying to fight this problem. Hang on, I'm trying to bring up open a new window. There we go. So he has done some amazing things, in terms of his movement, aside from the uh, English Defense League. And the one thing that he says in his interview, which I have said, paraphrasing in different ways, but he says, and I quote, "The swing from the left to the right is unstoppable." And that is true. And, we can credit this to the trends in the West, in the United States and in Europe, as people are starting to wake up and be red-pilled and realize that our governments have not been um, friendly to us, or our governments have not been looking out for the people. Okay, and that's really what I wanted to say in this video. And I had a couple of news articles that I wanted to talk about, which I can't find, but just recalling the Tommy Robinson stuff, it is reminding me of the basic theme that this move from the left to the right across the United States, Brazil, uh, obviously the Visegrad Four, Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and now recent elections in Italy and other places, really point to the fact that this move to the right is unstoppable. It's unstoppable. That people want control over their governments and over their countries. Excuse me. The air quality in this building is horrible, man. And I got some allergies happening, kicking in. And I need a haircut. But all is good. I'm kind of hungry. And I am kind of tired, guys. I've had some really not good sleep the last couple of days. But whatever. I think it's Friday. I'll be able to get a good night's sleep tonight. But all right. Somebody says that Tommy Robinson is Jewish for certain. Seriously? So yeah. I'm thinking he's part. Obviously, he looks very similar to a non-religious Russian Jew that I worked with once, who had a Irish name. He had changed his name to what you would think on the surface was an Irish name. And when I talked to him, he told me that the story that basically his family escaped from Russia, from Soviet Russia, during the communist time. And if you had any kind of connection to being Jewish, grandfather, a second cousin, an uncle, you would use that as an excuse to get the hell out of the country. And he was not a religious Jew. He was able, he and his family, I think he was like 3 years old when he left, was able to go to Israel. And then Israel was a pretty fucked up place in the mid 80s. And then his family immigrated to the United States. And that's where we see a lot of Russian Jews have done that. At least, let's say, the cream of the crop. But anyhow, I'm reading some of the comments here, man. So really, he was really, getting back to Tommy Robinson, really treated very badly in prison. And it's very clear. It's clear to anybody. I'm an outsider looking at the UK. I've been there many times. I never was impressed with the United Kingdom. Again, I guess, the people, the victors write the history, but the English had an empire, right? The English Empire, the United Kingdom, the empire was. They said, the sun never set on the empire. Yet when I went there for the first time in the mid 1990s, I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. That's my first time that I went there in person. The food actually was not that bad, but I was in a suburb of London, but it was expensive, and the food variety in general was not that good, right? And you would think that being an empire, having access to all these cultures, say the Indians, in India, whatever. Just as one example, why wouldn't the British people have embraced that cuisine? And the only thing I can think of is, it was a class system. The English ate, tea and biscuits, tea and crumpets, and the savages ate whatever Indian food they're going to eat. That's the only thing I can think of, and that may be why it just wasn't that good of a food. They had fish and chips. I mean, obviously, fish was very in large abundance for hundreds of years, and that became the staple dish, right? So, yeah, I mean, in the suburb of Reading, uh, close to London, I think it's southeast of London, about an hour out. At least the places that I was taken to is close to Microsoft. Microsoft has I guess, the UK headquarters there. Um, the food was good. I mean, they took us to these. I don't know what you even call them. It might be the equivalent of an American diner, but it certainly didn't look like an American diner. It was just a pub. Oh, it was just a pub. And, they served beer and you could order food. And the food there was actually, very tasty. And they had all kinds of food. Chinese food, fish and chips, I don't know, beef stroganoff. I mean, the typical British stuff. And it was pretty good. Whatever I ate was tasted good. So, that was my first impression that, wow, the food is actually better than I was led to believe. But, the overall variety in general was kind of weak. But anyways, I digress. I just wanted to say in this video is that the trends, people are waking up. It's unstoppable. And the recent revelations about the FBI, the collusion of the FBI in terms of leaking information against President Trump, just to show you how deep the deep state goes. And the fact that we're 2 years into this and there's nothing sticking to Trump. I mean, if there's anything available, it would be leaked. It would have been leaked, right? If Trump was guilty of anything, it would have been leaked by now. And the fact that it's not been leaked is really indication that there's nothing there, right? There's nothing there. So I want to encourage everybody. I filed my absentee information, so hopefully I will get the absentee ballot for where I'm registered to vote. If you're unable to get to the polls, send in that absentee ballot information so you can be registered. If you're in the United States, please be sure that you're registered to vote, and be sure that you vote for pro-Trump Republicans so that we can turn what the Democrats have been predicting, the so-called blue wave, let's turn that into a red tsunami. Okay? Let's just shut down these leftist, socialist, communist people who hate Trump without any reason or rationale, that are just trying to pull down the country. I mean, Trump is succeeding against all odds, against all of this resistance within the government, the deep state, whatever you want to call it, the entrenched bureaucracy. He's succeeding. I don't know. Are you invested in the stock market? Do you have a 401k? Do you have any retirement money? My shit's up. I mean, there was, it's gone up and down over the years, of course. I have a more of a defensive type portfolio, but shit's back up. So I'm happy about that. I'm sure you are too. And it doesn't look like there's anything except for high interest rates that can derail this economy, this economic recovery, this true economic rocket ship that President Trump has engineered by his policies. And another thing that I want to assert is that, and this is not my original thought, but I have touted this in previous videos, that All we need are good policies to change everything around. The good policies will inspire people to invest, to businesses to hire people, businesses to expand. And when they start expanding, they generate more income, which, accelerates the whole business process, right? And I predicted this would happen under a Trump administration, and it all has come true. Okay, yeah. The A friend of mine had sent me. He keeps sending me emails, emails with links to people touting the next crash, the next market crash. Okay, stock market crash or whatever else. One of the links that he sent me was the stock market is going to crash and the United States is going to go into a recession, but it blamed it on high interest rates. Now, my takeaway was not this has nothing to do with Trump. This just simply proves that the Federal Reserve is engineering recessions, right? Whenever when stock when interest rates are low, stocks grow. When interest rates are high, stocks die. I mean, that's just sort of a thing that I remembered from economics. And it's true, right? When you start raising interest rates, if they're slowly raised, it may be not a problem. But obviously, during the Obama years, the rates were practically zero or near zero, and the Fed created about $5 trillion out of thin air to pump into the economy, to revive the economy, but it didn't work. The investors, the investor class was just not into it, and the confidence just wasn't there. And you can see just the opposite happening under this current administration. So I hope you see that. And if you're new to this channel and you got this far, 17 minutes into this, I hope you are opening your eyes to see that the United States economy and the so-called new normal was nonsense. It was all BS, right? There were policies set up to allow the oligarchs, the huge corporations, the globalists, the global combines to move factories offshore, ship jobs offshore, so that corporations could make more money. What did it do? It just fired a lot of American workers that were doing a good job, and they became unemployed. But Trump is turning it around. Obama said, and I had a video on this. Obama said, "How are you going to bring these jobs back? What does Trump have a magic wand?" It's not about a magic wand. It's just, in this case, truly common sense economic policies that put America first and designed to make America great again. And we're seeing this happen. So get out there and vote. If you're not registered, please register yourself. You have to obviously be a U.S. citizen to vote, but register yourself either locally or absentee if you're out of the country. And you can actually do it by fax, or I think you can even, whatever. I have in my channel, just look for, I think it's the FA, whatever. Just Google HJRR and voting absentee, or just Google how to vote absentee, how to register. It's the federal absentee voting program, I think. So what is that? FAVP.gov, something along those lines. Let me just check real quick. FAVP.gov. Oh man, FAPV maybe, I don't know, whatever. T vote registration. Come on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, FVAP.gov. Federal Voting Assistance Program. Oh, there you go. Federal Voting Assistance Program. FVAP.gov. Go to FVAP.gov and you can register to vote absentee. So that means either you're out of the country or you are not going to be available to go to the polls, and you'll be able to register. online. I think you have to print it out, sign it, and fax it. But you can do that. Yeah, the deregulation. I'm sick. That's what it is, man. TJ, you said I look tired. I am a little bit tired, but I think the main thing is this: I got this congestion happening right here. I think it's due to the seasonal changes, and maybe I don't know what the hell's going on with the air, but in this building that I'm in, it's the air conditioning. I don't know, man. I can tell by the wear and tear of the carpet that this place is, even though it's like a new building, newish building, it's not that new, I guess. It's probably 1 or 2 years old. So it's kind of run down a little bit. Maybe that's what I'm breathing in is crap fibers from the carpet and stuff like that that are airborne or what have you. So that's really all I wanted to say here is this is working pretty good. It looks like I'm getting some good bandwidth going on. Good bandwidth, good good quality. This is a new laptop. It's not my laptop, but it's the one I've been assigned, and it's pretty decent. And it's keeping up. But also I have whatever network I have right now. Excuse me, I can't really see how much bandwidth I'm utilizing, but except that it's green lights. Oh, kilobits, 2,000 kilobits per second, 30 frames per second. I'm only using 8.3% of the CPU. So that's awesome. That's really cool. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This has been Holy Joe Rock and Roll, reminding you to always make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain. All right? We're going to make this shit happen. And I'll talk to you real soon.